Dahao. And welcome to
White Gaze,
where we whites gaze upon the drama,
the looks,
and the language of what used to be our favorite Chinese television show, Empresses in the Palace, otherwise known as
Zhen Huan.
And today, I'm glad it's just the two of us because we're getting into episode 27. Heavy sigh.
I don't have much to say.
Obviously, this is a tough time for all of us, and so we're hopefully not going to give anything away until we get to that point in the episode, but so many thoughts and prayers are going out.
Well, I think that it was like good up until.
It was good up until, and that is why I was shaking, screaming, crying. I couldn't deal. I had to stop the treadmill. It was...
I also watched on the treadmill.
So at the very least, we know that Zhen Huan is a perfect show to watch while you get your fitness on, but not this episode. Now, before we get ahead of ourselves, we should recap that in the last episode, legendary Beaverhausen was here.
Beaver gave us all of the background buffoonery that we were not seeing.
Right. All of the conspiracy between the Empress Dowager, the Empress herself, how they've been murdering babies left and right, and potentially not getting Hua Fei pregnant on purpose. Which, to be honest, Beaver did spoil us. Because she said that it
happened in the last one, but I was like, I don't remember that happening.
It didn't happen, but we just went with it because we were like, yeah, we missed it. That makes sense.
Uh-huh.
And then I was watching this episode and I was like, oh fuck, there it was.
But I feel like she also did tell us, like, oh, it's a spoiler.
No, she didn't. She was like, it's not a spoiler. This is from a previous episode. That lying whore.
I don't think she did it on purpose. I think that maybe it just...
Besides that, we did get to see that Hua Fei had a private doctor come in, but the private doctor was quickly pulled into the conspiracy. We saw Hua Fei also slap Duan Fei for allegedly causing her first miscarriage. And we ended the episode with...
Oh, Zhen Huan was... they were telling her that she has big hair.
Because she got her promotion.
Yeah.
So... she is a newly apeen, Wan Peen, and we begin this episode with her servants celebrating with opening all the gifts.
Were these promotion gifts or birthday gifts?
Well, her birthday hasn't happened yet, so I'm assuming these are all promotion gifts.
But it was her birthday in this episode, wasn't it?
Later on, yes,
okay.
yes. Now... they're talking about how lovely it is that Zhen Huan's pregnant, but that she never goes outside. And Xiao Yunzi accidentally lets it slip that she might be having a girl. Mm-hmm. Statistically, it's like 50% possible.
Yeah. And so he slaps himself.
He slaps himself in the face.
Uh-huh.
Which I think is so funny. He's so cute.
Yeah, I love him. That's who I want to serve me.
Yeah. Trustworthy, funny, cute, and not afraid to get up in drags.
Right? And if they don't have genitalia, that they're probably really good at sucking dick.
Oh, probably.
Because that's the only thing they can do. Well,
they can also receive.
That too.
What happens in the next scene?
The next scene is with Shen Mei Zhuang. And I love how she looks.
I loved how she looked. I love how she acted. Because that servant ran inside and was like, quick, milady, the emperor's coming. And she just...
like, okay. And he's like, no, you need to get ready. The emperor is walking in. And she's like, okay.
Sipping her soup, being like, all right, get this over with. And she literally gives him nooch.
I would too. He's like, I'm sorry, this is all my fault. And she's like, mm-hmm.
You're the emperor. The emperor is never wrong.
Never does anything wrong.
皇上是天子，天子怎会有错?
And then after he smacks his lips and an awkward moment passes, he's like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, it was a very, very awkward scene.
Yeah.
And also, something that I hated, and this is so stupid, but she's sitting there on that side of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
eating her medicine.
Yeah.
And then when he walks in, he's like, let's sit down. And she sits on the other side, and he sits on the side with the medicine.
Right.
I would have been petty. I'd be like, no, that's my side. This is the side that I sit on.
Well, I think
Can't
she
you
was...
see that my cup is there?
I think she was walking the line of how petty she literally could be without him wanting to murder her. Because as we see later in the episode, murder is on his mind.
Don't do it.
I was shocked.
I was shocked as well. But before that, we do see that after he leaves Shen Meizhuang's, he immediately goes to visit a girl who he knows will make him feel better. And so he goes in to see Zhen Huan, who is wearing a cape in bed.
Wearing a cape? I didn't see that.
She's like wearing like, I don't know if it's to keep her warm. I don't know really what it is doing physically.
But she like pretends to be asleep.
Right. And Jingxi is also in on it, trying to tuck her in real quick.
Uh-huh. And then he comes up and tickles her on the face, and he's like, yeah, you're not asleep. You lying ass bitch.
Oh my god. They're very cute, and almost cute enough to make me forget how much of a fuckboy he is.
Uh-huh.
Because I was thinking about this. We literally see him go from Shen Meizhuang to Zhen Huan, who are both best friends, but have very vastly different relationships with the same man. I am a little pissed off at Zhen Huan for not showing solidarity. Because let me tell you, any man that treats you poorly and yet is nice to me, I'm not nice to them back. What?
Have you been treated poorly by a friend?
No.
Okay, so I can still suck his dick?
What? Well, I mean, I guess it depends on to whom you are speaking. But I just feel like Zhen Huan is not being a great friend, or maybe there's just like a difference of values because.
Okay, yeah, but no, she can't just be like fuck off to the emperor.
No,
she is in love with him.
But she can pressure him a little more to be like, literally, you fucked up and you have to make it right with her.
I think that she saw that she tried to do that, and she did. They found the doctor through secret investigations that faked her pregnancy.
No, I'm saying she privately is doing enough, but I just would feel like...
She outwardly came out and did it, and nothing happened.
No, I'm not saying it's about her. I'm saying it's about her relationship with the emperor. The fact that the emperor has done this and is still hitting her up, and she is obviously... able to let that go in her relationship with the emperor. I would bring that up every single time.
It's all a game. She's playing the game. She's got to play the game. She's got to work the system.
Okay.
You better work that system.
Okay. So also culture alert. She makes this comment saying like, "Oh no, my scars make me look like the ugly maid Zhong Wu Yan," which is a reference that, do you know?
Maybe it's a poem.
I don't know. So please, listeners, send us a whisper. What is the reference here? Also, did you catch at the end of this scene, they're going back and forth bantering about, I have a little sister that's...
My 10-year-old sister?
Yeah. Do you have a problem with that?
She's like, I got this sexy ass bitch in my family. She ain't never been fucked before, but she's 10.
Do you got a problem with that? And me watching? Yes.
Yeah,
I do. But do you think that this is laying the groundwork for eventually her confessing about Jade to the emperor?
It could.
So who knows how that will end. But welcome back to my channel. It's time for the makeup tutorial, bitch. Which we are doing this, I hope you know.
Oh, you're gonna paint me?
No, you're gonna paint me. Because I can't paint. You know that.
Neither can I!
Okay, maybe we can try on each other.
Yeah.
Because there's this new fashion trend in town called the adorned pair.
Well, we find out that she made the trend.
In this moment, the emperor invents it.
Yeah, because they go back and forth with this, again, a poem about the
beautiful pair,
the blossom being in the ear.
Yeah.
She's like, well, if you paint it on the face, it's not as pretty. And he's like, bet.
So he gets out his little brush, his little, I don't know what this is. Are they acrylics or
It's probably Krylon. It's maybe Anastasia Beverly Hills.
Okay.
I don't know.
And he paints the daintiest little flower in the middle of her forehead. But I gotta ask you, be honest. Do you think it's fierce?
No.
I hate it. I thought it looked like a big old pimple. I hate it when people put like red dots like right here. It just triggers me because like that's my T-zone.
Wow.
What? What?
Just say that you hate Hindi people.
Okay, that is not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying when it's like, because it was a tiny, tiny little gemstone surrounded by like pinkness. It literally looked like it was one day away from just like turning white.
Should I wear a little flower on my head to my show this weekend?
Well, what else are you wearing?
I'm gonna wear a springtime kind of look.
If it's flowery, be an adorned pear.
I'm gonna wear that blonde wig that Beaver did for me.
Nice.
I am not a blonde. I don't know.
You were several nights this year.
The hair's gray. It's gray, not blonde. No, the flower's not cute.
I say it. What I say it.
Well, anyways, it sets off this whole trend throughout the city.
What kind of flower is it? Pear or what?
I think it's supposed to be like a pear blossom.
Maybe I need to look up what that looks like.
But he painted it a different color. It was supposed to have those like white
It's supposed
petals.
to be white.
Yeah. He did it in like a weird creamy peach.
And it also this is also very China, like talking about how white their skin is.
Oh.
Chinese people are obsessed with having white skin.
I know. You can barely find just a normal sunscreen. It's also like a whitening cream.
I went to the store to get fucking like contour, and every product that they have comes in clown white.
Well,
bleach.
And that's about it. They have 3 shades.
Damn.
Even on Taobao, it's hard to find. Like, I ordered this one, and on the picture, it said that it was like medium dark or whatever, and they have the little girl on the swatch on the arm.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No, it's just white.
I was like, this matches my skin tone. I'm trying to
make
to create new shadows.
Damn. Well, after they get done with the makeup tutorial, the Emperor confesses that he's sort of onto those 2 doctors who came up with the vaccine.
Well, because, yeah, he found out that they were taking bribes.
Right.
That he's, like, curing the rich.
Yeah, if you pay them off, they will cure you first. So the servants who are poor were dying.
We're dying, yeah.
And Zhen Huan says this thing like, oh, the heart of a doctor is like the heart of a father, but they don't have that. So they should be probably removed.
What, balls?
What? And the Emperor's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill them.
Yeah, she's like, but I don't want to stir up any drama. He's like, I'll do it subtly. And then did not do it subtly.
At all. He goes to this man, what was his name? Xia Yi. And yes, I do want to clarify to the listeners, I don't know the tones of these names. So please correct my pronunciation when it comes to the names. But when it comes to the other words and the vocabulary that I do know, trust and believe, I got those right. Mm-hmm. And I will stand confidently on those.
Okay.
Anyways, he says you've done some really great work with the flying guillotine, which I'm guessing is like the Navy SEALs of this time.
I hate that word, guillotine.
Oh. Because it has the L's where they shouldn't be.
Yeah, no, and it's just like the whole thing about a guillotine.
Yeah.
Just slicing your head off? Oh
yeah.
My God.
I know, very barbaric. So anyways, he says to do it and do not cause any drama. Cut to murder in front of tens of witnesses.
You stupid fucking dinosaur!
They like couldn't have done it in their sleep.
Right.
With no one around.
That's what I thought. They were just like, we're gonna just like come out, cause a giant ruckus, kill them in plain sight. During the nighttime, to be fair.
Yeah, but like, they're being carried in those little caravans. And then they just pop out and it's like, surprise, bitch.
Right.
Crack the neck.
Right.
At least there was no blood.
Right. I guess.
Well, we didn't see nobody slicing. And
I think that's just because on Chinese television you're not supposed to be very gory. You know? Mm-hmm. However, no, that's not true, because I saw this Chinese movie with Monty, which, to be honest, I do not recommend for any single living soul to watch. And it was very bloody.
Yeah.
It was called Full River Red.
Oh, not the Scarlet Red.
It basically was. Oh shit, we forgot.
Oh, Hua Fei will never be pregnant.
He literally says that to her face.
他不会有孩子的。
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna kill these doctors, and by the way, she will never be pregnant.
Right. And, you know, the music cues in to give you the clue that there's something afoot. And Zhen Huan asks him, like, what do you mean? And he immediately says, I gotta go, but you look pretty. Bye. So I'm sure we'll get some more info on that. So yeah, now why don't we take a break?
It's time to shake it up with InstaShake.
As sexy sirens who are always living on the go, Big Westie and I definitely know how difficult it is to keep a healthy lifestyle while slaying the girls.
And we all love a big old shake.
I love InstaShake because they give you custom-made veggie juices, coffees, and protein shakes at the drop of a hat.
My favorite is the ginger turmeric shot.
And I love to get the holy grail.
Which one? The avocado, the nutty, or the matcha?
You know, on different days, I try different things. Now, the next time you go to InstaShake at one of its many locations in Shanghai, make sure to let them know that the white gays sent you.
And maybe one day they will actually sponsor us.
So we are back, and the news of the murder has gone across the entire city, and people are freaked out.
Well, and we see Hua Fei, and she's freaked out, and I think that she's freaked out because I think that she's scared that something will come up, because she does know that they stole the cure from Dr. Wen, because she told them to.
Now, with what Beaver told us last time about the double speak and the politeness and the thing, do you think she knows that the Emperor murdered them? And why? Or does she do you think she truly does believe this was like a random act of violence in the palace?
Considering she is at the root of most of the random acts of violence, I'm sure she doesn't believe that. But I bet she's like, if I didn't do it, then who did?
Well, anyways, the Emperor comes in and is like, I just heard the news and I'm so shocked.
We'll investigate it.
But by the way, they've already been replaced by Dr. Wen. And cut to Dr. Wen being congratulated by every other one of them doctors.
That was such a silly scene. Just all of them, just
congratulations. It's like nobody gives a shit that 2 men were just murdered last night. Nobody's scared. Nobody's like locking their doors any tighter tonight. It's just like, okay, that happened.
I might kill a bitch for a promotion.
Oh, look out, Mac.
Watch out, Mac.
So then we cut to the Emperor of the 17th Prince looking at art. Okay, so yes, this episode I do think is good, but it's also reminding me that tonally, this show is all over the place. We go from like romance to literal murder, back to romance, and it's very whiplashy to me. What genre is this? What are we watching?
Drama.
There is a lot of drama. But it's not as if... Because, you know, like, in a lot of Western TV shows, it's, like, very tonally, it's very clear. You know what you're watching. Whereas this, we're switching gears all the time. Because now we're back into the romance. He asks the 17th Prince to plan Zhen Huan's birthday party.
And it's got to be special.
It's got to be special.
He was like, I could get Tiffany's, but I don't want to do that because she's gonna want something creative.
Right. Which also, in asking him to do it, he doesn't know that the 17th Prince has also had like secret, sexy rendezvous with Zhen Huan. To me, there's a lot of undertones here.
Right. He saw them ankles.
Right. So I'm sure when he's thinking of this idea, he's also remembering those toes. And that's why I think he's so excited to be able to do this for her.
What is this? We are at the Summer Palace?
Oh yeah, he said like, oh, by the way, we came to the Summer Palace for her birthday.
But wasn't there like... Oh, maybe they did do that because there was a scene with Roly Poly and she's like, oh, this is just not as fun as the Summer Palace.
Yeah.
Was she referring to them being at the
yeah.
before?
We go back and forth from the Summer Palace in this episode.
It's just a little birthday trip.
Just a little birthday trip out to Mogongshan. Get some fresh air.
Well, because where do they live? How far are they from the Summer Palace?
I'm not sure. I think pretty close.
Well...
Our listeners can let us know what the distance is between. Can you take a day trip, or is it more of like the Hamptons?
Okay, yeah. So, we are in the Summer Palace, and you have written down on this outline that the House of Miyake Mugler is back for the party.
Yes.
But let me tell you, it was not giving Miyake Mugler, it was giving Machiavelli.
Okay, House of Machiavelli. Oh no.
Just not together.
Okay, alright, so it's a chop. I mean, luckily nobody was really watching them, to be fair.
Yeah.
These artists are not being respected because they're right in the middle, and yet everybody's just talking to each other. Everybody's getting up out their seats, walking around to check on each other. So I'm sure the dancers are like, yeah, fuck this. Let me just, mark through it.
Yeah, they weren't as good as as Princess Wenyi's birthday.
Okay.
But the girls look hot.
They do. And you're going to be shocked at which one I actually like the most.
Who?
I really like Chi Fei the most.
That's what I was going to say.
Really?
Yeah.
Because she's in that really deep purple.
The deep purple, but I also like Shimei Zhuang's as well.
I did too, because it's like that crimson.
Mm-hmm,
it
red.
matched that she was like mad and fierce at the same time.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Costume design, a fag is the costume designer, because a fag will pull a stunt like that.
Yeah.
And say she's angry, put her in red.
Get the color theory, They pay a lot of money for those BFAs, okay? They gotta learn.
Bless God and bless the gays.
And who is this girl in the blue that has the pear blossom on her forehead?
I have no idea. Now, she is a noble woman, which means, like, she's just a rich lady, but she must be related to somebody.
Because she's there. And all the fays are sitting there.
Uh-huh.
Well, I guess it's just the two.
Right. There's a Gui Ren as well.
Cao.
Yeah.
And they're like, what's the deal with all these bitches wearing the pearl?
Wearing these flowers. What do they know that I don't?
These pear flowers. And they're like, oh, well, Wang Gui Ren was the one.
Correct yourself.
Wang Ping.
Wang Ping.
Wang Ping is the, she started the trend.
She is.
And like, the hot goss is that everybody around the country is wearing these.
Right. And Hua Fei is already not coping very well because she got promoted and she doesn't deserve it. She's getting this party and she doesn't deserve it. So then Chi Fei goes, well, I think it's ugly. And Cao Gui Ren goes on to like rub it in further to be like, no, but it's a show of true love and affection, because for what other girl has the emperor invented a makeup trend for? Not a single one of us.
Right. Which also, like, in the coming scene, like, again, I don't fucking feel bad for Hua Fei.
Oh, no, at all. Oh, at all. If I had any love and compassion for Hua Fei from Beaverhausen's last episode, it's gone.
I say it. What I say.
Like, don't be so fucking sour. Chill the fuck out, okay? You are
Right.
constantly, literally getting away with murder.
Yes. So I think that if she were simply to just zoom out of her
So
own...
if another bitch gets a birthday party, like, boo fucking who?
I know, exactly. It's like if you can zoom out of your own, like, fucking sense of suffering, then maybe you could realize that actually you're doing great, honey. Like, let it go. You don't need to be this upset about every single thing every single day.
Right? Do you know how many fucking people you've killed?
Right. And we haven't even finished episode 27. Anyways, Zhen Huan notices from across the room that Shen Meizhuang is looking sad. And so she goes over to be like, hey, bitch, I know you're sad, but, like, your survival is necessary for you to look happy. Like, you being a sourpuss, like, I totally get what you're saying, but you need to try a little harder to not be outwardly so...
Sad. She's like, no, I don't give a fuck about that.
Right. She says something like, Dr. Wen is, like, a great doctor, but even Hua Tuo cannot heal the heart.
温大人医术高明，但就是华佗在世，也是医得了命，医不了心。
Is Hua Tuo the medicine or the...
I have no idea. Cultural alert, who is this person or this medicine? Please let us know so that we can understand this reference. Because at the end of the day, she's sad.
You wrote, Zhen Huan checks on a girl. Beloved by the people.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, that's the girl. She goes over to that lady in blue and is like, hey, lady.
Your highness, your...
Noble lady.
Your nobleness.
I don't know what she says, because I was checking for a name, and they, at least the subtitles do not include a name.
Yeah, I don't know who she is, but they love her over there.
Well, I think the reason I wrote Beloved by the People is because I think that is what this little interaction is to show. Perhaps this character is not important, like, specifically as an individual, but it is to show that outside of the palace, people know Zhen Huan's story, and they're obsessed with it. So the people are beloving her.
That's the name of the show.
Yeah, truly.
Zhen Huan's story.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that is to show that, you know, she's a little bit of Princess Diana. The people love her. And giving another reason why Hua Fei may be pissed off. Because I don't think the people in the city love her.
No. Well, because her brother's coming through and wrecking their shit.
All the time. All the time.
So we go to the... This is where I saw Hua Fei, like, being the most aggravated because we went to go see the birthday present.
Yes.
There is a sky full of kites.
Oh, wow.
It's an avocado.
Well, that's like been arranged. I guess that's like fireworks. I guess they didn't have fireworks.
It was the daytime.
Yeah, but
No, it doesn't matter if it's the daytime. These bitches be putting off fireworks all day.
The gag of it is that they go down to the little pond.
Well, they don't actually go down. We just see, like, a still image of what it would look like, because I don't believe there was the set.
No, but they did. They did go down. We do see them walk down the stone forest, and she's like, "What? These lilies? What are they doing out in April?"
Right, they're out of season.
Well, babe, I went down and got it for you. It's basically what he says, because the 17th prince rolls through and is like, "Yeah, I
diverted the natural hot spring water to here.
I shipped in water from France." And yeah, something about the water, something about they were
the temperature of the water.
They were blooming somewhere else, and he saved them and put them in the hot water.
Yeah. So quite a lot of effort went into this. But I have a question. Why is he dressed like this? He's like dressed like one of the servants.
He has like the red hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because like, who was the other guy?
Girl, I don't know.
I was thinking that was him. Is that like a brother or something? I don't know what's going on.
Which one?
The one that whenever he walks up, there was another guy with him.
Maybe, I don't know.
It's like his servant, but it's like he was dressed like the servant.
And he didn't just walk up, bitch. He was playing. He was
playing
blowing that little
flute. Whatever the song is that they do the little poem to.
That's why I think there's a lot of sexual undertones, because he comes up and she's like, "Oh my god, you did so good." And he was like, "Yeah, baby. All for you."
I know how to use these lips.
But yeah, Jingfei also looked very beautiful in the scene, I have to say. Mm-hmm. In that like very bright blue. I thought it was funny because they did show a shot of Michi Meow Meow like looking up at the kites, being like, "Wow," and then looking at Hua Fei and being like, "Oh,
I'm not allowed to.
I'm not allowed to like this." But okay, this is a question I have for you. Given the scenario, if you are Zhen Huan and you know that the Emperor has arranged this for you, but you know that the 17th Prince is the one who physically did it, who are you hornier for?
I can fit 2 dicks in my mouth.
Okay, but if you did have to choose.
Oh, also if I was her, like, I have a pussy, an asshole, and a mouth. Y'all got any more, brothers?
No, but really, like, I guess I'm just trying to say, like, for me, I'm more impressed with the 17th Prince. It's like, Emperor, I appreciate that you did this for me, but you didn't really do anything.
Did I lie? Did I lie?
Right?
Well, he is the baby daddy, and he
Okay.
has a mustache.
That's fair, but I'm just saying, like, I definitely appreciate the people who actually, like, do the stuff.
I don't know, like I said, I can do both.
You, for whatever reason, refuse to take a side on this pod.
I can take both.
Just as I thought.
That's not a side.
Trash.
Bitch, it's 2023 and I'm gay. I can have both.
Okay, that wasn't the question.
That is my answer, though.
Well, anyways, they end this by holding everybody's hand, so maybe your desires do come true.
I think we missed something. Another birthday present is that her mother is going to be promoted.
Oh, right. She gets to be
Third noble lady.
She gets to be third noble lady instead of
Fourth
noble lady. Because I think it goes up.
Yeah.
So
Because later Hua Fei complains
gets mad about it.
But what about the dad? Can't we just reverse his punishment? Can that be a part of it?
Yeah, I'm unclear about that.
I don't necessarily know what the punishment was, but she was upset about it, and he was like, "Yeah, I know you're upset with me because I did this to your dad, but
I think
there's nothing I can do about it."
Maybe the noble lady titles, because in this society, unfortunately, the ladies don't do anything. Not as something that I believe, but just something that was believed at the time. Maybe they're easier to just throw around. Like, okay, you get this title, great.
Because it doesn't mean anything. Mm-hmm. But in the next scene, we see that Hua Fei is mad about it. She's like, okay, well, first of all, the baby's not born yet. She's already been promoted. And she's like, and my mom is only a third noble lady. She said that we couldn't do second noble lady because
the Empress stopped it. The Empress was like, it's not appropriate for a concubine's mother to be that high when they're just a concubine. And
Zhen Huan is just a concubine.
Well, she's not even the same level as Hua Fei, so she's just a peen.
Yeah, so she's like, why are our mothers at the same level?
Right.
And she's like, and also, why is she even
a peen?
And why do you have a baby and you are Guiren?
Right.
I need you fucking peasants!
He's on a roll.
You fucking peasants!
But you know what I'm asking this week? How did she grow up that fast?
Wasn't she like a crying baby
She
was
a swaddling baby that could not walk, and now she's a full toddler.
Not 5
that goes
episodes
to kindergarten.
ago.
Yeah. This has happened so fast. I know time passes quickly in the show, but it's surely not been more than a year since the cassava starch incident.
No, and that's a full new actress too.
She's like covering her ears because she can understand people talking now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so she's getting mad at Cao Guiren for all of this stuff, and Cao Guiren is just throwing it back like, don't be mad, it's bad for your health.
That's what the doctor just told you.
Right.
She's like, I'm gonna stay mad until that bitch is dead.
Which I didn't realize until the next scene, but do you think that was her tacitly, like, assigning this task to her?
To Cao Guiren?
Yeah, you gotta do this for me.
Yeah, probably.
She didn't say, I need you to do this, but she said,
I'm gonna be mad
until it happens. Because, yeah, we cut to, suddenly, I guess, Cao Guiren went home, and she's with her baby, and the servant is trying to be like,
you in danger, girl.
Girl, watch out. Because this is getting too crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And Cao Guiren says, yeah, when she tells me to do these things, she just doesn't understand how difficult it is. And that all she really wants is for her baby to grow up happy and healthy.
Yeah, she just wants her baby to have a peaceful life.
Which is interesting, because I'm not really sure what she's doing is giving her a peaceful life. Unless she's really that afraid of Hua Fei.
I guess she is, but like I was sitting there thinking, I was like, after everything that happens later on, I don't know. I feel like I would like, because I have the evidence, I would go forward.
What evidence?
That all this shit is happening.
Your eyewitness testimony?
I guess because like everybody else is gonna side with
right.
Hua Fei.
And it's not necessarily as strong as like forensic evidence.
Yeah, there's no CCTV.
Unfortunately.
You know, sometimes we hate it, but in this moment I would have loved it.
So yeah, why don't we take a break?
Hola, ni hao, konnichiwa, unjani, bonjour, hello.
Being a multilingual person is very fierce, but very difficult. But it doesn't always have to be.
Because we use Rosetta Stone.
I once bought my sister Rosetta Stone for Korean.
Right now, I'm learning Hausa.
And with code WHITEGAYS, you can get a discount from your Rosetta Stone purchase. All you have to do is go to the Shanghai Science and Technology Museum metro stop, go downstairs to the market, and find the lady with the jacket.
She will take you into a back room where you can browse through all of the languages she has to offer, like Klingon,
British,
and English.
A full selection of languages at the time of purchase is not guaranteed, and this is in no way associated with the legitimate Rosetta Stone Corporation.
Oh, I love this pink guava drink.
Introducing the new guava green tea frozen smoothie from Dian. One taste will transport you back to all of the tropical shores of all of the destinations that you would like to visit, but you cannot because of travel restrictions. Tasting of guava and green tea, you can imagine yourselves frolicking between the waves. Head on down to Dian now.
You can buy this drink between the months of June and July, so it is no longer available.
We are back, and unfortunately, the dreaded moment is here. We've got to talk about Roly Poly Changzai and Zhen Huan going outside.
Well, as usual, she's eating cakes.
I loved it when she ate cakes.
She's eating cakes, and her and Zhen Huan are talking, and she's like, you know, this is not, oh my god.
What?
This text message I just got.
What? You have to read it. Why don't you share it with the class if you're passing notes?
It says, what time suits you for sucking cock?
Well, listeners would like to know what time does suit you.
I don't know, maybe 9 o'clock. I still need to cook tonight.
Yeah.
Oh.
But just make sure that the dumplings are digested fully first.
Oh, I don't think that bottoming was on the menu.
No, I'm just saying so it does not come back up.
Okay, don't bring that up. Well, anyways, she's like, it's boring. I want to be back at the Summer Palace. There's more games to play over there, more cakes to eat.
And she's like, put that book away, Zhen Huan, let's go outside.
And Jade's like, I don't think we should be going outside.
Right, Jade's the only one with the sense here, because...
She's like, 2 doctors were literally just murdered.
Right, she's the only one that cares, I guess.
She's like, we're not going outside.
Right, well, because you know what, she has been a collaborator with the forces of evil within the palace, so she knows what they're up to. And Zhen Huan foolishly agrees.
The tragic event destroyed Destiny's Child.
She's like, yeah, let's go. Well, because she just wants to fly a kite.
But you know, like, it's setting it up. I was like, as I was watching this scene, I was like, no. They're not good. No. Certainly not. But it kept going and going and going because you do see them outside.
Well, I guess I didn't, like, see it coming, but I knew something bad was going to happen.
Yeah, because you hear the music is so romantic. They're flying kites and doing girly giggles.
But she drops it.
Well, the string breaks.
The string breaks, yeah. She's
It's
like,
so-
okay, well, let me go get it.
Right.
And don't you follow me.
Right, and she's like, no, send the guards, you gotta follow her. And she's like, no, and she runs away, and I'm like, oh no, they're not doing this, are they? Fuck.
I felt like this was us running through the stone forest in Kunming.
We were trying to escape the rain. Lucky none of us tripped and fell and drowned.
So she gets the kite, but then she sees Hua Fei talking shit to two guards and Tao
Right.
Ren. But what?
No, Tao Wei Ren, she was not talking directly to Tao Wei Ren.
She was there.
Right, which I don't think she even knew she was there.
That Hua Fei knew that she was there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Which, by the way, why are all the girls out in the garden? It's like a fucking sunny Saturday at Fengsheng Li, because let me tell you, this past Saturday, there was about 1,000 people on my street.
It's a pop-in area.
In the one day of sunshine, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
So why are they all just out in the garden? Literally everybody's out in the garden at the same time.
Because it's a beautiful place to be. What exactly is Hua Fei saying?
Hua Fei is in the open space with no regard to who may be listening because she's being overheard by two separate people. She's talking about the tutoring money.
And killing Zhen Huan's father.
Right. Both things. She's like, this is the new list of names for her brother to promote to the emperor. And also tell my brother that I want her father dead, no matter the cost. And meanwhile, you know, Roly Poly Changzai is being a really fierce Brock ally and listening in on this and gathering the intel. Now, unfortunately for her, that fake-ass, sorry-ass bitch Cao Wei Ren sees her seeing Hua Fei and decides to throw a little rock into the pond to make a splashing noise.
Because then Roly Poly Changzai goes...
Right. And then everybody looks at her. And Hua Fei gives a look to Zhou Ninghai, that evil man with a disability.
I'm calling him Greg Abbott. Because he is responsible. Fuck. He is responsible for many deaths. The blood of many marginalized people are on his hands, and the motherfucker can't even walk.
Which just goes to show that people with disabilities are not to be just universally pitied. They can be villains too. And in this case, he certainly is, because he rips off to chase her. She is running.
I want to get back to Greg Abbott.
Okay. Get back.
Oh, nothing. I just want to say that he's evil, and I'm glad that his legs don't work. And I hope his dick doesn't work. He deserves it.
Well, maybe that's why he's so bitter. Have you ever thought about that? Think about this.
He's not bitter. He is living his life, baby. He is laughing. He's out here signing Chick-fil-A bills, and he's like, ooh, 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 ooh,
yeah, but imagine the hate and the sadness and the anger that would fill your heart if your dick didn't work. So he runs off chasing her, and for a moment, I was like, oh, she's gonna make it. Like, this is dramatic, but she's certainly gonna make it. Until we see that he gets this idea to, like, go one way instead of following her, and then she, like, kind of loop-de-loops around and goes into this dark, sad tunnel.
And it's so sad.
I don't get where they're at. We've never seen this, like, stone forest before.
Right.
But now all of a sudden everybody's there.
Right. I think for filming purposes, they probably did not keep, like, a logical footpath.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe we see the front of the set and then the back of the set. So I think maybe a true Zhen Shuijia can actually, like, map out her escape route. I'm sure a person out there has, like, gone to this location and plotted out where the characters were and really, like, you know what, we'll do it.
Talented,
yeah,
brilliant.
We're gonna go to wherever this is, and we are going to do, like, a CNN special Roly-poly Changzai's flight.
So we don't see what happens to her. We just see the camera and she's like, no.
Right, backing away.
And then we see Cao Gui-ren comes up to Zhen Huan.
Right.
In the garden.
Which I did love this scene. I think this scene is fierce.
It is very fierce because they're both to their
servants.
To their servants, they're like, y'all go away. Y'all go away.
Mm-hmm.
And Hua Fei, or not Hua Fei, Zhen Huan is
serving fierce.
Yeah.
Serving cunt, okay? She begins by saying, just by the way, since it is just you and me, if anything bad happens to me, you'll be responsible. So I know that JJ is going to take very good care of me. Isn't that right?
Because it's just us two.
Mm-hmm.
And then what does she say about, pushing?
She was like, and besides, nobody can push me from the back here.
Yeah. She's like, when you're in front of me, you can't push me.
And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody would lay a hand on you. Which is maybe this is what Beaverhausen was talking about before, where it's the more polite the characters become, the more threatening it actually is.
Because it was kind of threatening.
Yeah.
Which Cao Gui-ren does get a little scared by it.
She's on the defense for sure, because then Zhen Huan continues to go with. But also, by the way, when Hua Fei was punished that one time, it was only because there was also a push then too. So I was just appreciative of the help. She's laying it all on the table, bringing up all the old shit. And she's like, yeah, and how's your daughter? I hope no cassava starch has been mixed in with her food recently.
And then she's basically kind of gives her a warning. She's like, you can fuck around with this bitch, but at the end of the day, there will be no more bitches for her to come for. And so she's going to come for you.
Right. She literally says, forsake the darkness and come into the light. That is the only way for you to find true peace.
弃暗投明则是保全自己和别人最好的法子。
And I was like, yes!
And then that's when it turns because she goes, go look at the side of the mountain.
Right. Suddenly, and sort of as a non sequitur, and then she just gets up and goes away. And somehow it's only in this moment that she realizes that Roly-poly Changzai has not come back. In my mind, it's been quite a while because the quality of the sunlight has gone down. So in my mind, it's been 30 minutes, an hour. Why hasn't she been looking for her before this?
Yeah, because I know that garden's not that big.
Well, maybe it is.
It could be.
But the kite could not have gone that far, surely.
Yeah.
So anyways, we cut to the kite just laying in the water.
And it's so sad.
She goes home, and she's waiting. She's tapping her little nails, which we still don't have. Fuck you, Davide. And suddenly Jingxi comes in, and they're like, did you find her?
Yeah, we found her.
And she's like, oh, amazing.
Yes, go get all the cakes.
Go make some cakes.
She's like, no, we can't make any cakes for her.
She's like, why are we out of sugar?
Because she's dead. She drowned to death.
Screamed. I stopped the treadmill. I screamed. I was crying. I could not believe it.
It hurt very, very, very bad.
And Zhen Huan's performance is so good. She's like, but not her. I was just talking with her. And she was going to get promoted.
She was going to be my child's auntie.
Right.
We knew each other for so many years. We grew up together. We were best friends. We were all sisters. We completed each other.
I was going to make her cakes tonight. And it really just goes to show, fuck. Things can change in a blink.
I would have never thought that we would end up not being together.
And it was really, really sad to me. This scene actually legitimately brought tears to my eyes.
So, yeah, she runs out, hysterical. And they're like, no, you cannot run. You cannot go bother the emperor right now because he's trying to sort this out.
I guess.
Don't bother him. But he comes in. They say, Huang Shang Jia Dao. He comes in. He comes to comfort her because he knows that she is upset.
And this scene actually moved me as well because she doesn't she doesn't do her Wang Fujin, and she just says,
she just runs into his arms.
Oh, Shang, and starts weeping, and I was like, girl, no.
And it's so sad.
It was too sad because he was like, you can't go in there and you can't see her, because I'm assuming that when, unfortunately, a person drowns, like, their body does not look great.
No, they lose all color, don't they?
Right. And so she was like, you can't go in there. And she's like, I gotta see her one last time. Ugh.
And it's so unfortunate that it happened like that.
Does she go in and see her?
I don't know. That's unclear.
They don't show that.
I'm glad they don't show that, because I don't think I have the heart for it. But yeah, it was so sad. Everybody was crying. Vermilion was crying. Jade was crying. I was crying. It was too much.
And then we get like a hard cut to the next scene, and it's just like Hua Fei like washing her hands in the holy water.
Right, being like, great job.
Great job.
And any empathy I had for Hua Fei is gone. You murdered a little girl. For what? Sure, she knew the information that could have exposed you and maybe got you killed in the end, but I don't care. It's your fault that you were trifling in the first place.
And then Greg Abbott's like, I'll kill anybody for you, my lady. Who's
right.
next?
Right. And then they start talking about Zhen Huan.
Bitch, worry about some fucking physical therapy.
Right.
I mean, maybe you could kill these bitches a little bit easier if you learned how to walk. Dumbass.
I was shocked. Like, I can't believe. And she's talking about this in, like, full, like, ear range of her just regular maids. Mm-hmm. Like, does she not think that somebody's gonna leak this? Or maybe she doesn't care that somebody's gonna leak this? But I think murdering... Okay, in the very first episode, she did murder Fuzi, which I thought was shocking. But I guess nobody cared in the end. But...
Drowning.
In a well... but I
Shimei Zhuang trying to drown her as well.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, murdering a concubine to me is a capital offense.
They gotta get more creative too. That's the third bitch in the water.
I mean, I guess it's because when you drown, people could just say you tripped and fell. But if there's like a wound, then they gotta think about like, well, where did the wound come from? What caused the wound?
I guess, yeah.
So falling, I think, is like the easiest way to do it without like.
Well, then they gotta start putting gates up around the water.
Right.
If none of these bitches know how to swim.
The little signs, do not swim.
But
speaking of not swimming,
bitches do know how to swim.
Right. They said she grew up on the water. She was on the swim team back at home.
Yeah, her maid was out there burning the paper for her.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, this was a murder. And they're like, whoa, what do you mean? She's like, because she didn't drown. She knows how to swim.
Right, which I guess at this point I didn't realize that everybody didn't know it was a murder. I guess we knew it was a murder as the audience, but I assumed that Zhen Huan already knew it was a murder too.
She probably did, but she's also one of those girls that's like, I can't be saying shit. Like, I can't make these allegations without any evidence.
Well, she almost ran off. She's like, oh, I'm gonna get her now.
She wanted to go talk to Top Wei Ren.
Right.
Because she was like, was she there to
help?
Was she there to help, or was she there to like
stall
me so they could do it?
Right.
Or was she the one that did it?
She wasn't sure.
Yeah.
But she had a lot of questions. She tried to run over there, but Jingxi confidently said, like, girl, she wouldn't tell you either way.
Uh-huh.
At this point, no.
We can't be doing allegations.
No. So she turns back to her, the little maid, and says, I think her name was Misty. I think she goes, Misty,
yeah.
If it is true that she is murdered, I'm going to get revenge. And I hope you do. Mm-hmm. I hope you do.
I think she will.
So, this is probably the hardest episode for us to record. But I do want our listeners to share your favorite moments with Roly Poly Changzai. Or, you know what, we should say Roly Poly Gui Ren. Because she did get promoted.
Because she does get Gui Ren, and she is going to get the Gui Ren service.
Right. And obviously that does not make up for the fact that she was murdered in cold blood, but it is a slight comfort. So please share with us your favorite moments with Roly Poly Gui Ren. We can't wait to see them and remember her forever and always.
And still to this day, I have dreams about them.
And with that, let's take a break.
Hi there, it's Trenty from the world-famous White Gaze podcast. And I'm here to ask you, are you feeling sad?
Are you suffering from crippling anxiety?
Have you ever been trapped outside of a foreign country for an uncomfortable amount of time while you wait on your visa?
I'm not comfortable with sharing my trauma on the pod.
Well, either way, BetterHelp is there for you. BetterHelp is an online therapy service for people who can afford it. You can access them at betterhelp.com.
Period. There is no promo code because we are not actually sponsored by BetterHelp. But if you subscribe to our podcast, then we can use that money to pay for the services that we so desperately need.
We thank you in advance.
Alright, we're back, and now it's time for...
This is the weekly segment where we go through the looks of the episode and we vote on our favorite girl.
You know, honestly, at the birthday party, there was a lot of good looks.
No, I thought Hua Fei was serving, Zhen Huan, of course, Jing Fei, I should say, Shen Meizhuang looking beautiful. I really also thought that Misty was serving in her morning white.
Oh, I don't remember Misty.
She came out at the very end. She was wearing like a all-white robe because she was in mourning for her lady that was murdered.
Oh, you mean not at the birthday party?
No, not at the birthday party.
Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, whenever she's burning the paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also really like Zhen Huan in the green when they were flying the kites. Like when they were back at home. She was like in a light green, like a lime.
Oh yeah, I like that too. But I also like her birthday party green too.
Yeah, that
but
was
I
like
think
a
that is
deeper.
I think that is the green that she wore to Wenyi's.
She's worn it many times.
Well.
Yeah.
My vote is for Shen Meizhuang in the red.
Well, I wanted to do a commemorative vote for Roly Poly Guiran.
Okay.
Because she had that really fierce hair where it's like, you know, she had the three sticking out on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, she was just having such a good gay girly time.
Okay. We can choose her.
But honorable mention, Shen Meizhuang. If there wasn't a cold-blooded murder this episode, you would have taken it. But, you know, it just wasn't your year.
Yeah. It was her year.
It was her year.
Did you listen to Patch Pod?
I did. Well, anyways, Roly Poly Guiran, I hope that wherever you are, you can feel proud of yourself for this episode.
Uh-huh. And that was... Alright, now is time for the language challenge.
Oh, I thought we were going to do whispers.
No, let's do the language challenge first and then...
Okay. Great.
Or do you want to do whispers?
I mean, we have whispers.
Alright, so now is the part where we're going to do...
Whispers in the Palace. So thankfully, we've gotten a lot of engagement recently on our Xiao Yu Zhou, which is great. So let me just pull it up. Other than Xiao Yu Zhou, we also have questions and polls that we post on Spotify, which I think would be really fierce for you all to share with us your information, because we'd love to know what you have to say. But anyways, back to our Xiao Yu Zhou. Dolly lets us know, this is back from episode 24, she lets us know that we were correct. She says, exactly, they stole Wen's prescription.
Yeah.
So congratulations. I think this is maybe the first and only time that you were correct.
Excuse me? And next we have a whisper from me.
These these Junyao girls are giving Zhen Huan in the spring with the pink fur vest with a little fur peeking out.
Okay, what does that mean?
When I took Junyao Air to Thailand,
and
the flight attendants had the little vest with the fur.
Oh, okay. I can see as a part of their uniform.
Yeah, and they were pussy pink, and they had the fur sticking out. I was like, oh, these look like some palace garbs. Some
palace garby girls. This next one comes, again, from Captain Leo. You've written him before, so thank you. You were asking about the translations about why her name is Jade. And to be honest, I don't know. And I would forward that to the Magpie Bridge Brigade. However, they also follow up by saying that, yeah, Huanbi's English is really very difficult to translate because it means like wash green, I guess, in Chinese. But they also said that it's really fierce that we keep calling her Michi Miao Miao.
Well, yeah, Nick told us that's like a Jin Shui Jia.
Right. So, yeah, we're in the know. We know the nicknames. And we know the subtitles.
And I also, that's the only name I know her by. What's her name?
Child. Anyway, so.
I think it's impossible to know.
I have not been paying attention to that.
Oh, Captain Leo also says that they would like to participate in a language challenge one day. What do you think about that? Should we let listeners participate in language challenges?
Yeah, absolutely. Do they want to like create one, or do they want us to create one for them?
I think us to create one for them.
Like an English one?
I don't know, maybe. Could be. We'll follow up. Captain Leo, let us know what you want. Do you want us to create a challenge for you, or do you want to create a challenge for us? Either way, we're down. Yeah, we just need to know what to do.
We'll do it. I can barely speak English, though.
Right. So...
that was...
Whispers in the Palace.
All right. We are going to play a game now.
Okay.
And I call this game Talking All That Shit.
Okay.
I don't know what to do for the next part.
Oh, okay.
Based off the iconic Ari Lennox song Boy Bye, that there's a fabulous video of me singing it in these streets.
Okay, yes there is. And only the real ones know.
And I've been listening to this song a lot, so. Alright, first one.
Wait, I don't understand what the challenge is.
Not I don't necessarily either, but I have some Shanghainese.
Finally, the Shanghainese challenge.
Yes, I have some Shanghainese phrases.
Okay.
And you have to guess what they mean.
Okay. So, I have to listen to them or I read them?
First you can read, and then I do have audios.
Okay.
So what's the first one is?
Well, I see, this is香港的港. Gang. I have no idea what the second one is. Ganglu. Maybe. Ganglu. Yeah, okay, I was mostly correct. Ganglu.
I think the V is maybe...
The V is like a U sound.
Yeah. So, this is...
Ganglu.
Ganglu. Damn, who's that man? His voice is so deep. Oh. Hey! So now I have to guess what it means?
Yeah.
Damn. Now, you said it's talking all that shit. Are all of these curses?
They're kind of shit-talking things.
Okay, well... Given that I don't recognize any of these characters, I am just going to say it means whore.
It does not mean whore. So
what does it mean?
He says that it means stupid dick.
Stupid dick.
So just calling somebody stupid.
Ganglu.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll remember that.
Yeah, we gotta remember these ones. All right. Next up is...
It's ba zi.
Yeah.
Ba zi.
Ba zi. Okay, ba zi.
Uh-huh.
Well, this is like 酒吧的吧, but it's also like 巴黎的吧, 巴子, 尾巴. Okay, 尾巴 is like tail. So I'm gonna assume that this is like a 巴子. It's like shit.
This one is kind of silly.
Okay, what is that?
It means green and inexperienced.
Ah, okay. So like amateur, like
yeah.
You're just like you're a noob.
He said it's like outdated or not following what's going on. So like kind of out of the loop.
Okay.
What's next?
So the next one that I have is like, I don't know what character that is, but it's like Shema Sen.
I don't think I got a opinion for that one.
It's like a in. There's like a chong at the top of it and a in at the bottom.
Oh, he didn't send me the.
Wait, is it illegal if I write it into Pleco real quick? Just the one character, so I know how to read it?
Yeah. Because actually this one is not very clear on what the meaning is. There's a few.
Okay. Sen?
Yeah. Sen.
Sen?
Yeah.
Sen? I don't know at all. But San is obviously 3.
3.
So I'm gonna assume Sen means like you're 3-faced.
Okay.
3-faced bitch.
Well, he was not very clear on the meaning of this one, but he knows it's like talking shit. So maybe if we do not get this correct, maybe there are some other Shanghainese people that could help us out. So some sources suggest that Aung San could be a slang term that originated in the 1990s, early 2000s in Shanghai.
Okay, Aung San.
And that it might be related to the English phrase on sale or on special offer.
Oh, so like a discount bitch.
However, there doesn't seem to be widely accepted or definitive explanation for the term. It's also worth noting that Aung San might be a different meaning or connotations depending on the context of the speaker. And that the term may not be well understood or recognized outside of a specific cultural group.
So this art pop could mean anything.
Yeah.
So do you call a person Aung San?
Well...
Do you call a thing Aung San?
Well, because I was like, on sale, I was like cheap?
Yeah.
Or like a prostitute?
Well,
or like a sex worker?
I guess both.
Not me. I'm expensive, honey.
But why y'all got to lie?
When I see you this Saturday, I'm gonna go Aung San.
Then he sent, and like this was, he sent a message in Chinese, and it says, usually means that someone is not on the road, not friends enough.
Oh, wow.
Great.
This man is old and hungry. Please eat, the next person is gone. That's what the translation says of the, he's like, this is what I think it means.
Anyways.
We do know the meaning of the last one.
What, do I? Well, okay.
No, I mean, I do.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, so it's 错, like 错误的错, and then 课, like 错语. What? Okay, so this must be some Shanghainese, because in Mandarin, that's 错课.
It is Shanghainese.
So I guess they pronounce the characters different.
Yeah, that's the point.
Okay, well, 错语. Well, if I'm going through by the characters, it would mean the wrong lesson. But knowing you, if you know the answer to this, it must have to do with sucking dick and cock.
It's suck dick.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, there we go. I got one right.
And cock.
Wait, play it again, though. How do you say it?
Yeah.
错语.
Yeah.
So, 今天晚上你会错语?
What is that?
I guess you'll find out.
Is it what time suits you for sucking cock?
Well, amazing. I'm glad we finally did some Shanghainese. Do I win? Did I win something?
I think I won something. Yeah, you won.
Okay,
I don't know.
What's my prize?
My presence is a present.
Okay, well, cool. Well, despite this being a really sad time for us in the palace, I think there's only one thing left for us to say. 再见.
If you like White Gaze, we would love for you to leave a review of our podcast, give us 5 stars, and don't forget to subscribe to our podcast wherever you listen from. You can also support us by signing up to be a subscriber by going to anchor.fm/whitegaze/subscribe.
You can follow us at @reverse_cowboy_ and at Officer Trinity, and our White Gaze account is at White Gaze Podcast. You can find us on Instagram, Douyin, TikTok, and the Anchor app.
White Gaze is not endorsed by Beijing TV Art Center. It is intended for entertainment purposes only. Zhen Huan and all names, audio, pictures, and video clips are all registered trademarks and/or copyrights of their respected trademark and/or copyright holders.
White Gaze is a podcast hosted by Weston Swift and Trenton Schneiders. Produced by Trenton Schneiders and Monty Shaw. Sound and audio by Trenton Schneiders. Media by Monty Shaw. Our theme song is White Gaze by Trenton Schneiders and Weston Swift.
Okay, you can put your hands in it.
Yeah, it's like a little muff.
Wow.
Doesn't Monty treat me so nice?
Have you ever put anything else in there?
Well, he
Never.
said his hand is cold. I bought that immediately.
Yeah.